Hello everybody, welcome back for some more DK Tropical Freeze. Oops. We have no partner on our back, unfortunately. That sucks, but we'll get through it just fine. Also, quick update. So, I was having some payment problems with my job. I mentioned, I think, about that stuff, I want to say, in one of the Mario Party things or whatever. And I don't really want to talk about too much about it, but it's just like, I was having some problems this week with it. I was kind of worried about it, and then luckily got it fixed. So there's that. And then on top of that, I mentioned in the last episode that I had some issues with GameStop. Well, like I said, they did send me an email, and luckily, and this is the weird part. So I went to try to reset my password on the app, but that didn't work. And because I want to get back in so I can cancel my auto renewal. That's the thing I was trying to talk about, but I couldn't get the words out. That's the part where they fuck you over. They force you into auto renewal. They give you no option when you're there, when you buy into their stupid fucking membership shit. They don't give you the option to say, no, I don't want to auto renewal. You have to go into your account in order to stop that from happening. That's the scummy part, in my opinion. So, anyway, I tried logging into the GameStop app, or I tried, doing the whole resend email, or resend email password thing or whatever, right? Doesn't work in the app. I hop straight on to the website itself. And then next thing I know, all of a sudden, it's like, it's already active. Like, it's already like, oh, here you go. You could just, you could reset your password now if you want. You don't have to go to, like, the whole thing to say I want to reset it or whatever. You just go back to sign in with your email, and we already have you set up to do that. Which was weird as fuck, but, I mean, I'll take it. Also, this area always reminds me of Sonic Lost World. I think it was Lost World that had a certain part like this. I believe so. I think one of these is going to have one of those puzzle pieces behind it. Yeah. Yeah, fucking course. Whatever. Anyway, so it just immediately lets me go back in to reset my password. Because like I said, password, then confirm password. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Like, most websites don't do that. Most websites don't have you confirm a password. They just have you do password, and then after that, well, you're in. But this was one of those cases of, yeah, they just straight up let me back. So I will admit that was actually kind of cool. I'm glad that I was able to email them and have them just get back to me, because there's no way in fuck I'm gonna call GameStop's customer service helpline. Like, fuck that. It's fucking GameStop. There's no way in hell I feel like they would help you in terms of actual customer service on the phone. I've heard the horror stories, and it just doesn't seem like they would be the type to do that. Because usually whenever it comes to customer service on the phone, I tend to struggle a lot with trying to get people to be just actively decent about anything. And there was like another company that's been calling me a lot, a radio thing, that's been just fucking non-stop calling me. And I told them I don't want their fucking service, but they keep calling and calling and calling. And I keep telling every time, I don't want your fucking dumbass service, but, that's just what these people do. They just keep calling you back. Sirius XM Radio, that's what their thing is called. Yeah, they keep saying, like, oh, you can pay whatever a month for this shit, and I say, I don't want it, and they're like, oh, well, what kind of music do you listen to? Like, I don't fucking want it, leave me alone. Please, fuck off. I wish, like, when people do that shit, when they keep calling you for these fucking scam bullshit or whatever, they just leave you the hell alone. Like, I used up my trial for it, I guess, because I had a trial for it, because, I had to go and do things. So, I got stuck inside of that shit. It could be worse. It could be like that insurance company I got involved with like a long time ago that I kept trying to have to fight to get out of. They were the worst fucking people ever known to man. The fucking worst, guys. American Income Life. I'll just say their name. Because what's funny is because Illuminati, if you know her on YouTube, made videos about her, and then she just ended up being an exposed weirdo on the internet. Which I watched her stuff just like that video because I wanted some type of reassurance that I wasn't the only fucking person suffering. And luckily, I found out that, yeah, they're a huge bad company. People get fucked over by them all the time. And I'm like, thank God I'm not the only person that got affected by this shit, because I genuinely thought I was the only one. I thought I was going fucking crazy because no one believed me. Not even my fucking parents. They didn't give a shit. And they're the ones that got me into that fucking mess. But anyway, so a long time ago, I guess my uncle's job got these people, and he ended up with their insurance. And then, because these are the types of assholes who will come to your house, what essentially happened was, they went over there, and they asked him, like, do you have anybody you could, reference or whatever? And then I guess he just said, oh yeah, like, my brother's family could probably use that. And so this fucking, twig dick comes over. And this is like back then when I wasn't very competent about dealing with scams. I wasn't very competent about anything. I was very scared of everything and shy of everything. Even if I was like 19, 18, whatever the hell, however old I was at the time. Even then, still, I was still afraid of people, or like this pressure, like feeling like if I say no, I'm gonna get in trouble. That kind of shit, right? And my parents are no help. They never are. They're just fucking stupid sometimes. So yeah. Anyway, this twig dick comes over, and then all of a sudden I get called out to the living room to talk to him. I'm like, okay, the fuck's going on? And then he's like, oh yeah, you want this insurance shit, blah blah blah. Like, he's doing the typical salesman selling you shit, and I'm just like, yeah, fuck it. What could possibly go wrong? Like, why not? Even though technically I probably had insurance. Well, I don't think I had. I don't know. I think I have life insurance through other means, but yeah. Anyway, I was kind of dumb at the time. Didn't realize I probably technically already had insurance through somebody else. So I just, under pressure, just kind of caved in. Just said, all right, fine, whatever. Little did I know this would be a curse that would just stay with me for fucking years. I mean years, guys. So eventually, I moved out into my own place. And then they found out that I moved out of my own place. And then they found me. And then they came, they eventually came over and said that, oh, I'm your agent, by the way. Some lady. She seemed really nice, but anyway, it's just some lady that came by. She's like, oh, I'm your agent or whatever. I'm like, alright. Next thing I know, I'm getting called about, like, I think, oh, we need to have somebody come out there and visit you, because we have to have that happen, like, every year to make sure your policies are up to date. Which is funny, because they were just out here, like, a few months ago. And I thought it was fucking weird, but I'm like, alright. Well, I think the first time around it probably was between a year. But then next thing I know, it's like, it wasn't even the same agent. And they kept asking, like, who's your agent? Like, I don't remember her name, but there was somebody who was out here, and they're like, oh, we don't know who that is, or something shit. Like, it was fucking weird. Or they couldn't find her in the logs or whatever. I don't know. Somehow they just lost all their shit. Moral of the story is, they kept bugging me and calling me and saying, like, we need to have somebody come out there. Like, after that year, it just happened, like, a few months in, Every 3 months or whatever, they kept saying, like, shit, like, oh, we need to have somebody come out there. Even if I did, because I did actually have a second group of people come out, even if I did have that extra group, they would call me again, like, 3 months after, saying we need to have somebody come out there. Because I wasn't buying into their new shit. I wasn't buying into their crap, so they kept fucking coming out and bugging the shit out of me. Like, they'll actually come to your house. It's really gross when you think about it, but, so anyway, this next group of people, and I said group, yes, I had a whole group of fucking people show up. It was 3 fucking people, with some lady and, like, 2 other guys. I don't know why they were there, but man, it was bad. And the funny part is, my friend and my brother were over, and they just show up, or they called me saying that they're going to show up, like, alright, fuck it, fine, we're going to fight this. I'll just deal with their bullshit, and then after this, like, I have to get rid of them. I have to do that. I have to be confident enough to get rid of them, because I was a stupid, whiny little, peer-pressured, well, twig dick as well. And, I'm not getting the story right anyway, because, like, it's just such a long fucking process of shit, but a lot happened. So anyway, this is the funny part. So, they're offering all this fucking shit, and I tell them, like, yeah, I've had people come out here. They just give me, like, a weird look, like, oh. Like, yeah, I should technically have somebody else, but you fucking cunts decide to show up. And, then one of them, I think that one of the guys' name was Chris. One of the guys says, because like I wasn't taking their offering for like whatever the hell it was, and they're like, oh, what about your friends? Would you want to offer them some life insurance too? And I said, no. Because I didn't want to involve my friends. And get this. This is the part where I knew I had to do something. I had to fight back. I had to put a stop to this fucking madness. This guy had the fucking gall. He had the balls to say, oh, so you don't care about your friends? Which I responded with a sarcastic no. Just to kind of get him off my ass. But this sales guy fucking basically said like, oh, so you don't care about anybody because you're not offering them life insurance because you're a fucking piece of shit. And it's like, I'm a piece of shit? I'm not the fucking, you know, twinkle toed, you know, prolapse coming into people's homes fucking telling them like, oh, your family's gonna fucking die if you don't fucking get them insurance. So that right there just gave it away. Yeah, whoever that fucking retard was, I hope you understand that what you did was the worst decision you've made. Although well, okay, to be fair, like, he probably didn't get fired or anything like that. They probably didn't find out anyway, but still. Even if I did tell them, like, hey, that happened, I wouldn't get anything out of it. Nothing would have happened. Nobody would have cared. And like I said, even if I told my parents about these stupid assholes, like, coming out to bug me and shit, they just do what they normally do and just shrug it off like, oh, well, it's your fault. I mean, you're the fucking idiot. Which I guess, to be fair, yes, I should have been smarter, but to be fair, when you're the parents and I live at your house, I kind of have to expect parents to at least try to say, no, I don't want your... Like, they said no to their shit, right? They told them no, but they didn't fucking bother with me. They just let me, make bad decisions. I thought you were parents. You're supposed to fucking do that. You're supposed to protect your kids from stupid shit. Because, like, I'm still a dumb kid, even if I'm an adult. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still kind of learning these things since I never was taught this shit, so... Yeah. Technically, I could blame my uncle because, in all technicality, he's the one that ended up getting these assholes, and he's the one that recommended these fucking douchebags to us anyway. But still, everybody's at fault, including me, because I should have been smarter, but... I was just, still kind of a bit of a kid. Still lived with my parents at the time, unfortunately, I did have a job, thankfully, but still. I had no way out on my own, I'm not really thinking straight all the time. I'm not on my toes about this type of shit. I'm not used to this type of shit. I'm not used to getting asked about scams. They just kind of just half expect that I know this shit because they know it. That's how they think. It's just fucking aggravating. So. Yeah. Well, like I keep saying, I'd rather have parents, that I know for a fact don't really care too much than having parents that, I guess you could say, pretend to care, but then just fucking up and leave and fuck off. So, yeah. But I wouldn't... Okay, the thing is, like, I know I sound like a complete douche here. I'm not saying my parents are terrible people by any means. It's just that they're fucking stupid. I can say that at the very least. They are quite horrendously stupid. However, I didn't have it, like, bad or anything. They just... When I say they don't care, I don't mean, like, they don't care in that sense. It's just more so that, if we get stuck in a situation, they're not going to probably give a shit too much to even try to bother to help out. Or even figure things out. To say, like, wait a minute. My son might be in some trouble here. Might want to, keep him from getting himself into a situation he can't get out of. Because, we know better because we've been through this shit. But instead of doing that, they'd rather just say, yeah, fuck it. He's on his own. I mean, I guess you could say, like, I gotta learn at some point, right? Fair, but that... Yeah. That's just bad. But to be fair to them, I guess, and me as well, we didn't know how bad this fucking company would be. Nobody knew how bad they were. Nobody knew about them. Just some fucking dumbass thing that came around. But if they said no to life insurance, why wouldn't they just... I don't know. Tell me that too. Like, say, hey... Or just not even, like, invite me out there in the first place. Just say, like, nah, we don't want you talking to our son. I don't know. I guess I'm thinking too much like myself. Because if I had a kid and I had some, greasy motherfucker coming over, some sales person coming over, I wouldn't let them talk to my kid at all. I'd say, no, you can leave is what you can do. Because you know, I don't want your fucking stupid, fake-ass bullshit here. I'm not saying that I wouldn't, you know, let my kid get themselves into, you know, situations to get themselves out of it. Because, like, you got to learn at some point, you know, you got to experience things on your own, too, of course. But if it's something that I'm well-versed in understanding that, yeah, you can easily get fucked out of things for, then I'll at least try to step in and, you know, if it's something, you know, like a scam thing or whatever, I'll at least try to jump in and protect them from it. And say, hey, you know, this is a scam. Don't fall for it. Because, you know, even when they're adults, you know, people still make mistakes. They don't know what they're doing half the time. It happens. Yeah, I just... yeah, it was difficult just to try to get them to go away, the company in question. Difficult to get them to stop calling all the time and bugging me about shit, because, like, it's pretty obvious I knew what they're doing, but I couldn't get them to stop. And then it just went in for years and years. I even actually put in a cancellation thing, too. I even have, like... I think I kept the PDF files, too, just in case they try coming back and saying, like, oh, I know what it was. They kept saying, like, after a while, they kept saying things like, oh, it seems that your policy is about to be canceled, so would you want to, like, try to, you know, blah, blah, blah. They kept doing that, like, year after year after year. It's like, it should have been canceled a long fucking time ago is what it should have been. If it's about to be canceled, then it's at least going to be. But, I don't know, I gave up, you know, changed a few things around to make sure they couldn't fucking gain access to me again. Got them off my, payment thing. Basically, I stopped them from making, like, auto payment shit. Because that was the thing they were able to do was, you know, auto pay through my card and everything. And it's like, nah, we gotta stop that right now. So I got all that shit fixed. Don't worry. I mean, even if they try to call back again or whatever, it's just going to be the simple answer of, you know, fuck you. Hope you guys rot in hell. I hope that everyone who works for them just fucking stubs their toe. Like, on a daily basis. That's how much I want these people to suffer. For fucking with just me, I mean, well, it wasn't even just me they'd fuck with. They'd fuck with tons of people. That's just what they do. These are horrible people. I don't give a fuck if they have lives or whatever, like they have families or whatever to feed. Like, no, if you take a job as a salesperson, you're just a cunt in my book. There's no getting away from it. You're just a fucking cunt. I remember one time as well, I forget what it was. I think it was some, I don't know. But anyway, I had some other scam thing happen because, again, I was still young and dumb and I wasn't, you know, well aware of people trying to scam you, and I wasn't very confident in telling them no, right? I always had that problem as a kid, and I had it for a while as an adult, but nowadays I really don't fucking care much anymore. If I don't want something, I'm gonna tell you I don't want it. Even if you keep trying, like, I'm so used to getting scammed and put into bullshit situations that I just got used to just telling people no now. Which is good, you know, that's something you kind of want to have. You want to be able to tell them, no, fuck off. What the hell's going on? Oh, sorry, hold on. My internet just randomly crashed in front of me, I guess. Well, I had, not the internet, but I had Matra stream in the background for a second there. I forgot that I left on. And I think she got done streaming or something happened. And I just said, can't log it back into it or whatever. But anyway, I had these guys come, because that's what they do. They're personable, right? They'll come out to your fucking place. They'll come to your house. Probably just to seem more relatable, if anything. But they'll come toward your house, and then they'll get inside your house. They'll basically say, let's go and talk about this shit. Let's go and talk about this shit. Because they effectively know what they're doing. They know that the only way to get into somebody's bullshit is to effectively get in their house. Because once you're in, you pretty much have like a better chance of at least getting your sales to go through. So there's this thing that I got myself, a sticky situation I got myself into, right? This guy was, you know, pretending to be all super nice and what have you. Jonathan, I think his name was. Yeah, it's pretty bad when I start remembering your names. I wish I knew his last name so I could fucking, you know, I don't know, find him like on LinkedIn or something and say, hey, fuck you, by the way. But, give him a big giant middle finger. Take a picture of my middle finger and say, fuck you. But anyway, so this guy, like, he came off vibrantly really nice and all that shit, right? Like, I mean, eerily nice nowadays, but yeah. Back then I was too dumb to kind of just see the obvious, what was going on. And he offered me this thing, and I took it. He called up his boss. He said, great, that's awesome, you know, blah, blah, blah. We're glad to have you on board with whatever this bullshit is that we have you with. And, well, I didn't want it anymore because they kept fucking with my house and doing shit I just didn't want. And I effectively... Oh, we have to get out before it blows. What ended up happening was it gave you a 3-day... I read the thing, the contract thing or whatever. It said, like, you have a 3 days grace period to cancel your shit. Because I just didn't want it. I was like, oh, fuck, I think I got myself into something bad. I don't want this anymore. And it said I have a 3 days grace period. So I called up that thing, and they kept saying, like, oh, you sure? Are you sure? I mean, we have, like, all the... I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? It's like, yes, yes, yes. I want it canceled. I want it canceled. I want it canceled. Then, next thing I know... Guys, you won't fucking believe this. What a weird world we live in. But next thing I know, I think like a day after or so, like after I cancel it, I get a fucking text from the guy. The guy that was my sales guy, right? That sold me this fucking thing that they were doing to my house. And don't worry, it's not anything too crazy for what they were doing. It's pretty much just meaningless garbage. It's just the usual scam bait shit that they do. That I fell for like an idiot. So he texts me and he says something along the lines of like, he didn't say like, fuck you, but it just had like a very angry tone, like, you know, you shouldn't have canceled your thing. I'm going to send the boys out there to make sure that you get back on, you know, our program, basically. Which never did happen, by the way, might I add. Also, I'm running out of breath. Yeah, that's what happens when you run out of breath. Just take damage. But basically, he made it written in a way where he was essentially threatening me. Saying, like, you know, I'm going to send out the boys your way. To basically just, you know, get back to you. I wish I would have kept the fucking text, though, because I got so scared about that. I'm like, oh. So I deleted the text. Which, in hindsight, was actually extremely bad now that I think about it. I wish I would have. There might be a way to get it back. I wonder. If there's, like, you know, cloud saves on my phone, maybe they might be able to find it back. I don't really know how that stuff works. It might be too old for that by now anyway. That was, like, back in, like, fucking, I think, 2018, 2019. Something like that. Around the time when I basically kind of essentially just moved out. Because these people are fucking clowns. They'll get their hands on your information. And then they'll fucking come bug you. And, yeah, just try to fucking fuck you over with things. It's really enlightening when you finally grow up and realize that, oh, I've been fucked with this entire time. And I was too dumb of a kid to kind of just pay attention to that shit and just realize, like, oh, yeah. Can you fucking swim? So remember, kiddies, if you're getting bothered by somebody that is a salesperson, you just gotta tell them no. You just gotta tell them to fuck off and leave you alone. Don't fall for any traps like I did. Don't be an idiot like I was. Because, you know, even because like the thing is they rely on pressure. That's the biggest key takeaway from this. They only realistically rely on pressuring you into it. Because they'll say things like, oh, your friends have this. Your neighbors have this. Why don't you have it? Are you fucking retarded? Are you stupid? Did you not think to buy this fucking product that we're totally, you know, legit trying to sell you? And that's the thing, though. That's how I can tell it's a fucking scam. Is when I know that if they're not making... if they have to come out to my fucking house to bother me... They have to come out all this way just to fucking bother somebody. That, to me, is an indicator that, yeah, this is a fucking scam. Because they're clearly not making enough money in normal means, or making enough sales in normal means to fucking just have people want to come out, or just have people wanting to buy their product regardless. So there's got to be something going wrong. But yeah, fuck salespeople. I don't... Well, salespeople as in, like, the ones that come out and try to sell you product. Just terrible human beings. All around. And if you are a salesperson watching this video, fuck you. If you put yourself into sales... Like, in that sense. Like, an actual salesperson coming out and bugging people and shit. Yeah, fuck you. There, I said it. Because it's true. You know, you deserve to get fucked. Like I said, you deserve to have your toe stubbed, like, every day for the rest of your life. You deserve to have birds shit on your car every morning. You do not deserve happiness. You don't. If you have kids, well, I hope those kids get that generational problem. I hope this continues on generations. Even if they have effectively nothing to do with your salesperson bullshit. I just hope that they get fucked so they can blame you for it and be like, Dad, why did you do that? Why did you bug that guy who was a fucking idiot? When you damn well knew that he was, you know, not smart enough to fucking say no to stupid things because he's an idiot. And now I have to live for the rest of my life getting my fucking toe stubbed and accidentally grabbing, you know, thorny roses. Just out of nowhere. Just life's just fucking with me. The universe is just fucking with me. Why would you do that? Also, I guess a heart gives you full air tank back. That's nice. Alright, here we go. I think it's God of War / Sonic 3 time, I think of. I usually think of like God of War 1 when I get to this section. That's what kind of reminds me of. The whole swimming area, you have to go through all those, you know, spiked cogwheel situations. Oh, guess we're going down. I'm gonna say, are we done? Does that look like a very obvious, like, yeah, you're basically donezo part? Ooh, I can got 14 out of that. Nice. Holy shit. My eyeball's still hurting. It's gotta be because there's something in it. / tiredness, I guess. That's the... Oh, shit. There's like 4 levels per world, it seems like now. Damn. Well, the game does want you to get those secret levels, but I'm not gonna find all of them. I don't care enough to. In terms of who's better here, I would say probably Dixie might be a better choice. For the fact alone that she can just swim fast. Like, yeah, Diddy has that jetpack thing. Cranky would... Maybe Cranky might be the best option for this boss fight, now that I think about it. I like how they were kind of like slightly happy to see him. Like, oh, hey there, fella. How are you doing, friend? But then they find out, like, oh, he's a bad guy. He's going to hurt us. I wonder if that's because... Well, I mean, well, you would think, at the very least, you would think that DK would notice, like, oh, he's got the frost symbol on his chest. That should be an indicator that, yeah, he's not going to be our friend. This is the hard part of this fight. Sort of. Well, I mean, it gets harder, of course, but, like, having to fight underwater on top of, like, just trying to, you know, pinpoint the exact point. Oh, yeah, that shit. Yeah, you gotta knock that shit back. He's gonna go diagonal this way. I was gonna say, if you do have power-up, you should be able to effectively use it to gain hearts. However, I think he's just gonna go ahead and... Yeah, he's gonna go blow. I want that extra heart. I don't care. I want it. I want it. I need it. Come on, come on. Just right. Perfect. Yeah, I tend to... I know it's dumb, but I do tend to kind of struggle against this boss sometimes. I'm just trying to think of exactly which part it is I struggle with. Well, this shit, technically, yeah, because you gotta watch out for these guys. And it just sucks when he does that, where he sends out these... God damn, wasn't even paying attention to that. Yeah, it just sucks ass when he does that shit. But you can technically knock them back into him, which does work wonders. And I think once he's, like, in this form, you can just hit him again. Shit. I was gonna say, I'm going for it. And without Dixie, that's gonna be a lot harder to do this fight with. Because, okay, now he's in his last phase. He's doing that thing that Returns does, where they actually show you him getting angry, and then... Yeah, I can't... you probably can. I'm pretty sure you can't escape that. It just seems to be really fucking hard, and then that happens, too. Because cursed fucking water physics. But yeah, like I said, in all technicality, yes, Cranky would be the better option to use just naturally. However... Dixie's heart power-up, if you have it around, would be an absolute great killer for those enemies. Even though, technically speaking, yes, Cranky could do that too. But the difference is... Oh my fucking god! The difference is... Dixie will give me hearts out of it instead of just coins. And, well, we don't need coins for a fight like this. We need health. Bad. Hell, we need health even right now. Although in all technicality, if I was just smart enough to just, you know, actually fight this guy like normal, I think it'd be fine. And there's your secret on how to beat this boss. Here's how you're technically supposed to be able to do it. Just wait for an enemy to pop up, and then when that happens, you knock him back into him, and then you get a nice free hit. So I think this is one of those few bosses that actually does take, like, a normal 9 pattern hit. You know, 3 per phase. Should be. There we go, nice. And luckily enough, if you do that, you tend to get a heart back from it. But I do think, like, most every boss has 3 hits. I mean, there's also the owl boss. I think he also had that too, didn't he? God damn it. I missed my chance, but it's... Arguably, it is slightly difficult just to do this shit, because it's slightly delayed to even hit the fucking, you know, spin button. You guys might not know us, but, you know, if you're not facing that direction immediately, it's going to take a little bit of time. Any more? Yep, of course. I hate how he fucking does that, though. That's so fucking douchey. Come on. Oh, for fuck's sake. I just don't want to swim in a boss fight, man. Every time I get to this fucking boss fight, I just quit the game. Because, again, I don't want to do it. Not only do I not want to do it, I just don't want to fucking... You fucking dick! Oh, wow. Why is it at the end of these fucking things, it's every goddamn boss fight now? That's just killing me off. I had it in the first part, and then I fuck it all up. Yeah, Diddy I don't think is going to be useful at all. I mean, if he count... Well, maybe, I don't know, because he's a quick shot, so who knows. Maybe he can, you know, act as like a thing to bump into the guy, who knows. Probably not. But if I just knew what was coming, that'd be one thing. But I just don't. Well, granted, I mean, you should, in theory, technically know that, oh, yeah, it's a new phase because he gets angry. You get 3 hits. Let's see, is he going to get angry? Yep, he gets angry, so that's technically a new phase. But the other thing, too, is, like, I don't know if he's going to suck up or not. I think he only does, like, 2 suck-ups in the 3rd phase. But you gotta be just far enough away, but sometimes if you're just far enough away, it's like, well, you might be too close to this edge right here, and then you get hit, and it's like, well, there goes that entire thing. Fucking ass wipe! Come on. Just 1 hit, please. Thank you. God damn. It's so fucking aggravating. I probably could have used them to my advantage, but I fucked up. Alright, there's 1 hit. So we're in phase 3, I think, right now. I got 1 shot in. Okay, now we're going to phase 3, I believe. I was gonna say, I think now he's gonna do the big, giant, like, double suck-up thing. Yeah. Luckily, if you're far enough away, it shouldn't hit you. Okay, I'm gonna start going up, just in case. Come on. Just drop the damn thing. Let's go. I don't want to keep doing this part. Ugh. Like I say, now he should start blowing himself down. Oh, I got this one, alright. There we go. Nice. I'm going to try my best to avoid these guys. Just so I can at least try to get a few hits in. Honestly, fuck you. You deserve that entire fucking beatdown. You deserve a whole ass fucking beatdown for that one. God damn, I hate that fucking boss, dude. Even the final boss compares nothing to him. I thought the final boss is way easier. But that's what happens when you have to fight underwater bosses, just like in fucking DKC3. It was bad, horrible then, it was bad now. And this right here, even though I hate the water world, this one right here, I don't like either. I just don't like the color of it. There's too much fucking purple, there's too much random-ass colors. It's so weird, it doesn't even look like a DK game anymore, which... that's never really a bad thing, but still, having a little bit of variety is nice. But something about this one, I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way. Ugh, come on. Yeah, it's all fruit-based stuff. But it doesn't even look like fruit stuff anyway. That's what I think annoys me the most about this. It's like it's supposed to be like a fruit-based world, but... For me, I don't really get that. I just see all these fucking spike things. That's all I ever think about. Okay, what was the point of that? What was the point of that barrel? And again, even this one too. Like, because I don't think there's anything I can really realistically use it on that I saw. I didn't see shit. Oh my god, of course, there's just the one random one to come out of nowhere. Going back to pattern stuff, again, there's no clear indicator of anything there. You could argue, yes, it's a beginner's trap. I'm not going to be that type of guy, but still. I hate when this game does that shit, but it's whatever. You have enough health and lives and all that stuff to just essentially be able to get past most of all these problems. There's a banana medal there. Might as well take it, I guess, just in case. Just in case I need more stuff eventually, because I'm probably going to. Would have been nice if it was a heart instead, but oh well. I think that... I'm not going to bother with it. I was going to say, I think a puzzle piece does spawn from there, but I'm not going to worry about it. I don't want to waste my time dealing with it. God damn it, I've tried rolling. Yeah, this one you kind of have to... Yeah, you have to do this. It's very spooky scary. And of course, you just fucking go to move my thing that I was going to jump on, you dickhead. Dick ass. Now will be the time to use it. I was waiting for that. I was waiting for these two to kind of line up a little bit so I can just be able to jump up and get that. There we go. Bonus stage. Bonus stage. The bonus stage of history. I guess these are technically on separate timers. So that would explain why, like, why one goes up and down. Whereas, because sometimes, you know, I think like back in Returns, like if you go down in one barrel, the next barrel you shoot into will go in the other direction, will go in a different direction than just down again as well. But for this game, it seems to just not work that way. It seems to work on the same thing you left on last time, which is fine, I guess. It's not a bad thing, technically. Come on. There we go. Might as well roll to get that one. Perfect shot. We love to see it. Oh, what is this, fucking Mario Party? Alright, there's a thing up there. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you gotta probably do that, if anything. Yeah, sometimes you can actually, like, not double hover, but just hover enough to where you can make a reactionary you know, glide. That's why, in my opinion, I still argue that, at the very least, Dixie would be the best companion to have for a game like this. I could take that chance to get Golden Heart from him, but it should be fine. I don't know if fishes give you hearts too. No. I was going to say, I could have sworn they might, but... Oh, there you go. I guess I did need that fucking golden heart the whole time. Who would have guessed? Of course I need it. It's a golden heart. Why would I not need it? Now here, I don't know if this will spawn a puzzle piece or not, but it's worth the check out. Of course it does. Sometimes you think they do, and they do. And then sometimes you think they don't, and they do. Just really all depends. And all you gotta do for this one is just shoot until you fucking hit the thing in the middle. Kind of weird how, like, lining this stuff up must be pretty damn hard. Trying to get, like, the exact one that you want it to be. Alright, we do have 4-ish minutes left, but I could always technically do another level just to kind of just break it through. Or just wait until next time to do it, because who knows how long it's going to be, but who fucking cares. These games, it's DKC. It shouldn't take me more than, like, a few minutes to beat it. Even if it does, even if we go up to, like, 50 minutes, oh well. You know, the faster we technically get through the game and beat it, well, the faster it'll be done. And I do plan on, hopefully tonight, going through the entire game and possibly finishing it in one go here. But of course, you know, I will always take my detours and just... Yeah, this is why another reason why Dixie helps out for this part. Technically, Diddy would also too. Cranky being the one that probably won't help you with this much. Also, randomly, so I was talking about Cranky. I was thinking about Scrooge McDuck again. And I was thinking about the Disney collection. I was like, oh, I could always buy that too. It's like $5 sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. Also, this one might be a longer level. It is a rocket-based one, so it might take a little while to go through. But we'll see. Depends on which rocket level it is. Anywho. So thinking about Scrooge McDuck and buying games or collections of stuff. I just learned today that the Hack GU that I also bought for $5 on PlayStation, because it was on sale. Apparently, according to my brother, that's actually a collection of games, not just a singular game that got remastered. I didn't know that. This entire time, I had no clue that that was the case. So, I now apparently own like a whole, like, 3 or so games of Hack games. And I didn't know, like, how much these sub-series go through, because, like, according to him, it's like Hack GU has, like, 4 games. And then there's, like, the Infection stuff or something like that. So, it's like, I don't know, because he's trying to collect them. Even though in all technicality, it might be a lot harder for him to collect all of them, considering the fact that one of them's, like, super fucking rare. Like, $400 rare type shit. So, yeah, good luck with that. I guess I might as well take that chance. I keep thinking he's going to hit me anytime soon. So I'm just getting worried about it. Like, I think he's going to be the one doing it. But usually with this game, they don't try to throw out too many obstacles at once. They're relatively pretty nice and generous when it comes to obstacles in these types of games, I feel. Right there, I should have probably guessed it would have been down, but if I were making the game, I would have made it go, I would have done, like, you know, up, down, down. Just to fuck with the player, because they probably expect it to go up. And that's why my thought process is it's probably going to be the opposite of that. So that's why, like, when you see me do shit like that, it's like, oh, I understand his thought process now. He was thinking that he was going to get tricked by, like, old classic Rare games. But, no, this is not a classic Rare game, technically. Yeah, see, this one goes up. Then we have down. And I would have made this one down just to fuck with the player. You know, just to make them think, like, oh, okay. It's going to go where I think it's going to go. But then you find out, like, oh, it's not. And by the way, luckily for these rocket stages, they're not the same like they were back in the Returns game. Technically the original one where it came from. So you don't have to worry too much about, like, trying to fly too fast to catch up with certain things like you basically kind of had to do back then. Thank God for that. It's mostly, for the most part, just a regular asshole auto-scroller. I was going to say I'm going to die there. Yeah, this one might take me a bit longer to probably finish. But we're already 2 checkpoints in. And I have a pretty good idea where these things are going to go. Except I keep forgetting that one's up, not down. So I keep, making the mistake of doing that. Also, you can just clearly see DK's ass here. It's just out front and center. And luckily, if you wanted to, you can always just get an extra life every single time. Just watching out for this part. To me, that's kind of the hard part. Like, I don't know. Staying down seems to work pretty well. This one's also confusing, too, because it's like, oh, you gotta go up, down. Or you gotta go, yeah, up, down, up. It kind of throws me off. Looks like we're basically near the end. He's gonna get hit and he's gonna die. So there goes that asshole. And I was gonna say, that should be in the level. Kind of spooked me there for a second. I thought I was gonna die. And there you go. So, I think, if anything, I'll just call it episode there. And we'll probably end up finishing this world and maybe like half the next one. Which should, in theory, be like the last world next, I think. But anyway, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you all next time for some more Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. And as always, take care, everybody.